Run for your lives, my fellow Americans. Donald Trump's Freedom 250 State Fair ode to himself just took a dangerous turn as questions arise about crowd safety and just who put this mess together in the first place. In case you care about your tax dollars going to fund victims of accidents that could have been avoided, or in case you are just enjoying the Freedom 250 Fair as a metaphor for Trump's crumbling presidency, well, you will want to watch this, possibly with a hard hat on. That's next here on the David Reddish Show. Welcome and happy Friday, beautiful viewers. I am your host, again reminding you to subscribe to our channel now. As you may know by now, Trump's Freedom 250 Fair is meant to climax this weekend with a 4th of July speech by President Strokey Pants. But there are ominous omens everywhere. A record-breaking heat wave has engulfed Washington, concert performers have pulled out, food is overpriced, and the main draw thus far seems to be speeches by Trump cabinet officials and a cow named Melania. Not to be confused with the first streetwalker. Take a look at the big opening yesterday. And no, I don't mean Caroline Levitt.
Yes, you may.
So this just in from Peter McMahon, big fan. He said the sports team, meaning our team, should check out the foul that Messi committed in an earlier game. It was almost exactly the same, and he didn't even get a yellow card.
Wow.
It was clumsy. It was accidental. That's what happened in the U.S. It wasn't a foul.
Good analysis, Peter. We appreciate that. By the way, that player who was allegedly injured in that incident stayed in the game. They never even...
He probably went out, too.
Well, she just had a baby. Of course she's gonna have a... Hello, we're back. Hello. Don't you just love how enthusiastic the Fox team looks there? And there is literally nobody there. And that's before things got dangerous. Stay with me here. So, nobody's going to the fair. That could have something to do with the lack of air conditioning and, get this, forced baptisms?
Megan, you were just over in the medical tent being treated. Tell us about how you're feeling.
Now I'm fine, but previously, none of these booths have air conditioning. We don't know what happened, but I started seeing stars.
Oh, really?
And we went to the tent. There's a religious tent because that's the theme for today.
Yes.
And they had a pool. They're baptizing people. But thank God they had the pool. They said, do you want to get in? I go, yes, I think I do.
Yes, the fair is so hot, people are passing out. The air conditioning isn't working, but don't fret. You can dunk your head in a baptismal pool. Because nothing says American patriotism like having a baptismal font at a national fair. Gee, are they performing circumcisions too? I just love one-stop shopping, don't you? But I digress. The point here, beautiful viewers, in case you had not gleaned, is that the fair is a disaster. And while Trump officials claim they expect much bigger numbers this weekend, when the heat gets really bad, they may want to hope that does not happen. Apart from the obvious infrastructure problems, it turns out there are also superstructure problems. Late yesterday, cameras caught a rehearsal for a song and dance number, presumably to be performed this weekend. We should point out, at the time of this report, there has been no official statement about this mishap or the circumstances surrounding it. During the dance rehearsal on one of the fair's main stages, the set appeared to partially collapse with the dancers on stage. Put on your miners' helmets and take a look. First of all, thank goodness nobody was hurt. Second, can we roll that again in slow-mo this time? Those dancers are very lucky. Listen, folks, I grew up doing theater and I've seen my share of mishaps. Set collapses, prop fails. A co-star once broke a wooden staff over my head, and one time a fellow performer even broke her nose on stage. We kept going, it was fine, and nobody saw the blood. But this is a whole different level of danger. Had those dangers been in just a slightly different position, they could be spending the 4th in the hospital, or worse. Given that stories have also come to light about Trump awarding his buddies contracts to build the fair facilities, cutting costs and poor workmanship could also come back to haunt the contractors, as well as the US government, which is paying for this mess, and even President Strokey Pants himself. But that aside, this is just a bigger humiliation for Trump and for the rest of us. It's our nation's 250th birthday, and with all this country has been through in its history, that is something to celebrate. It's too bad Trump has to make everything into farce and everything about himself. On the other hand, when he takes to the stage this weekend, do you suppose he will be wearing a helmet? It might be a good idea. And if he survives head trauma, would anyone even notice? This is the David Reddish Show.